back to the channel. Now, about a year ago, several channels put out a video called Literary White Whales. So those books, those kind of big pieces of important literature that they hadn't read, that they kind of always seems to drop off their TBR, and they kind of looked at it as a way of resetting, reevaluating and finding out, right, what are the books I want to get to? What are the important pieces of literature that I have not read yet? And the channels that I remember watching were, we had Greg, we had Duncan, we had Steve, and we had Mike. So I'm going to put a picture of those guys up here for you. Go check out their channels, go check out those videos, because they were the ones that inspired me. But it was a year ago now because I'm so far behind on making videos. So what are my literary white whales? I'm going to choose 5 books because I found it's a lot easier to find them on the shelves. Some people did like 2 or 3, and some people did as many as 10. I'm going to do 5, kind of meet in the middle. And the first of those is Don Quixote. This is by Cervantes. Why is it a literary white whale? Well, it is a time commitment. I think it's about just shy of 900 pages. The text of these 900 pages is incredibly small, incredibly small. It will take a long time to read, probably about 300,000 words. But I do know it will be right up my alley. You know, it's literary fiction. It is kind of, you know, it's got comedy and satire in it. That's really, really up my street. It's probably, you know, in the kind of top 10 or 20 classics I want to get to. So I know I'm going to read in the next couple of years. I'm not too worried about it, but certainly Don Quixote, I can't believe I haven't got to it yet. Next up is one that I just missed out a readathon for, to be fair. That's Ulysses by James Joyce. Again, similar to Don Quixote, this is a longer read. Again, similar kind of length, probably about 300,000 words. It is a more difficult read. It takes a lot of kind of divergent cuts. People do find it quite challenging or quite slow to read. And as a slow reader, this will probably be a maybe even 3.5 week read for me. So I know I have to kind of give a bit of time for it. I did miss out on the readathon this year, so therefore it probably will slide a year or two, but certainly Ulysses by James Joyce will definitely be read. Number 3, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm going to go and say the Brontes. So I'm basically squeezing 2 in here because I really, really want to get to Wuthering Heights and I really want to get to Jane Eyre. So I'm going to cheat and put the complete Brontes in here. Right, number 4 is one you won't be surprised to see on here again. That is Les Mis by Victor Hugo. Why is this on here? It's very, very long. It's close to 500,000 words. And this copy rather, is only about 1,000 pages. But again, it's one of those where the writing is absolutely tiny. And the book's massive. It's absolutely massive. So yeah, it's, you know, 450,000 words, something like that probably. So I know it's going to take me the best part of a month to read. I'm incredibly interested in reading it. I really, really like the musical. I'm sure Victor Hugo does, you know, an amazing job. I love these kind of like Victorian serial written novels. The ones that I've read so far have been some of my favorite books I've ever read. I loved The Count of Monte Cristo, The Brothers Karamazov, War and Peace, so I'm sure I'll love Les Mis as well. This is just my kind of style of book, really. I may start this as early as January next year, maybe January 2025. It depends on the old TBR. I have to try and schedule these big books in nice and early to make space for them. Number 5, I'm going to cheat once again. It's a really, really, really big book. That is Shakespeare. So I've read 4 of Shakespeare's plays. 2 I don't remember as well as 2 of the others, 2 of my favourites. But I have never read King Lear or Othello. So therefore, I'm going to cheat again. And I'm going to hold up Shakespeare, the complete Shakespeare. And I'm going to say, yeah, I would like to get to a couple of Shakespeare's plays as well. So Shakespeare, Cervantes, Hugo, the Brontes. Who else do we have here? James Joyce. I mean, it's crazy. It's a really, really crazy literary white whales. Those are my 5 picks. I'm sure there's no point in me tagging anyone. This is a year old now. Let me know in the comments below. Do you have any like this that are this egregious on your literary white whales?